Welcome, dear dreamers, to our story corner. Today, we are taking you on a journey through time, deep into an ancient forest where the trees are hundreds of years old and every path hides a secret. Today's tale is one of trust, cunning, and the endless power of a mother's love. But before we step onto that forest path, a small reminder. If you enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel and make sure to turn on the notification bell. Your support means the world to us. It's what allows us to keep this magic alive. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Let's begin. Once upon a time, there lived an old mother goat in a cozy cottage with a thatched roof. Her 7 little goats were her greatest joy. Each had their own personality. From the eldest, Snowy, who always wanted to be the leader, to the youngest, Tiny, who was always asking 1,000 questions. One morning, the pantry was empty. "Children," the mother said as she tied her shawl, "I must go to the far meadow for food. The journey is long, and the forest is strangely quiet today. That is a sign the wolf is near. He is a master of disguise. He can change his appearance, but remember, his heart betrays his voice, and his nature betrays his paws. Do not open the door to anyone, even if they claim to be me, until you are absolutely sure." As soon as the mother disappeared behind the beech trees, the wolf crept out from the blackberry bushes. His eyes were hungry, and his stomach growled so loudly that birds flew off the branches in fright. He approached the cottage and pounded with his heavy paw. "Open up, children! Your mother is back! I've brought you the sweetest berries and fresh water." The goats looked at each other. Snowy moved toward the door, but Tiny pulled his ear. "Listen," he whispered. The wolf's voice was so hoarse it sounded like stones grinding together. "Go away, you gray rascal!" the goats shouted. "Our mother's voice is like a babbling brook, and yours sounds like a storm in the mountains. You are the wolf." The wolf was furious, but he knew he couldn't get through the oak door by force. He ran to an old merchant at the edge of the forest. "Give me a piece of chalk now," he growled. He swallowed the chalk, feeling it coat his throat, making every word soft and silky. He returned and sang under the window. "My dear children, Mama is home." The voice was perfect, but as he sang, he rested his paw on the window ledge to pull himself up. 7 pairs of eyes spotted a black hairy claw. "Liar!" shouted the second brother. "Our mother has white, clean hooves, and your paw is as black as the darkest night." By now, the wolf was losing his mind with hunger. He rushed to the miller. "Dust my paw with white flour," he commanded. The miller hesitated, but when the wolf bared his sharp fangs, the miller poured an entire bag of flour over the wolf's leg. Now, the wolf looked like a true white goat. The third time, the knocking was soft and gentle. The wolf showed his white paw at the window. The goats gathered, whispering, and finally, thinking the danger had passed, they pulled back the heavy bolt. The door creaked, and the gray horror burst into the room. Screams erupted. The goats scattered like leaves in the wind. One jumped under the heavy oak table. The second curled up under a soft quilt. The third hid in the stove, which was luckily cold. The fourth in the kitchen cupboard among the pots. The fifth behind a heavy velvet curtain. The sixth under the wooden wash basin. And the seventh, little Tiny, hopped into the case of the great-grandfather clock and held his breath. The wolf found them one by one. He didn't even bite in his great hunger. He swallowed them whole. 6 little goats vanished into his vast darkness. Only the clock continued to tick, tick-tock, tick-tock, while Tiny trembled inside, eyes squeezed shut. The wolf, feeling heavy, waddled out to the meadow. The sun warmed him, and he fell into a deep sleep. When the mother returned, the sight was devastating. The house was empty. She wailed so loudly that the forest echoed. Then, a tiny voice came from the clock. Tiny crawled out and told her everything through his tears. Mother Goat wasted no time. With scissors in one hand and a needle and thread in the other, she went to the wolf. She saw his belly moving. The children were alive inside. Carefully, with surgical precision, she cut the villain open. One by one, the goats hopped out, hugging their mother. "Quick!" she whispered. Bring stones from the brook, heavy and sharp." They filled the wolf to the brim. The mother sewed him back up so quickly and skillfully that the wolf didn't even feel a needle prick. The wolf woke up feeling miserable. "Ugh, what a bellyache! These goats are as heavy as boulders," he grumbled. He walked to the well to drink, and the stones inside him rattled. As he leaned over the cold water, gravity took over. Splash! The wolf disappeared into the depths of the well, and the water grew still. When the goats saw that the danger was gone, they ran to the well and, seeing the wolf was no more, began to dance for joy. They learned a lesson they would never forget. Appearances can be deceiving, but a mother's voice and caution are the best shields. From that evening on, the door only opened to a special password, and the wolf remained only a scary story, used to warn other naughty animals. Thank you so much for staying with us for these 10 minutes. It was a true pleasure sharing this journey with you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and give us a like. It helps us grow and bring more stories to life. Until next time, keep dreaming and stay safe. Goodbye.